Okay, so today I am going to do a video tutorial on how to write an ACT essay. It is a 4-paragraph persuasive essay. So it has an introduction, a body paragraph that agrees with you, a body paragraph that is a counter argument or counterclaim, and a conclusion. I am going to use the prompt that we used on our pretest so that we can have some examples. So the prompt that we used on the pretest was about um, English language arts programs, which are also called the humanities, which are also called the arts, versus STEM programs. And I'm going to go with the perspective 3 that we need both ELA and STEM programs. Okay? So on your test, on your first test, you're going to need to label an outline from memory and know how to write a thesis. Okay, so in the introduction, there is a lead, which some teachers call a hook. So I will include both lead and hook. Link, which some teachers call background, link and background. That just gives background or explains the lead. And the third thing is the thesis. That's the most important sentence in the essay. It's your purpose statement. So lead, link, and thesis. And I might say to you on the test, what is 1C? 1C is the thesis. Okay? If writing an outline is hard for you, I want you to use the house outline that we talked about in our workshop. Okay, so here what I do for my lead, I take a quote and I go right here to this part that is in green, and I'm going to say that this is a quote from a source. So rather than name the source, I'm just going to say sources say, comma, quotation, and then I'm going to say what this says right here with a period and a quotation at the end. Okay, so my example would be, sources say many colleges and universities have cut their humanities departments, and high schools have started to shift their attention much more definitively towards STEM and away from ELA. The ellipsis here, the 3 dots, just means I left something out. Okay, now in my link or my background, I need to explain the lead, but I don't want to say this quote means. So I'm just going to say, while the growth in STEM programs is good, that should not negatively impact the arts programs. So it shouldn't take away from the arts programs. Okay, now I have a genius magical way to do your thesis. You take the perspective that you agree with, and we're going to go with perspective 3 here. You take the first sentence in the perspective, take away the period, add the word because, add the second sentence, and then you've got your thesis. Okay, so the way that is going to read is ELA and STEM programs should always be equal and balanced with one another. And then I'm going to take away that period. I'm going to write in the word because. Both are necessary to providing a student with a well-rounded education. So now we've got a great thesis. All right, the next thing is a paragraph that agrees with you, and that's just topic sentence and 3 supporting details. Your A topic sentence will agree with your thesis. So you say your thesis in another way. Okay, so mine says, high schools providing both a humanities track and a STEM track is the most beneficial. Um, I think I need to, I'm sorry. This should say, high schools providing both a humanities track and a STEM track are the most beneficial. Okay, and then I need 3 supporting details. And so I'm just coming up with this out of my own brain. The human brain is hardwired to either be more creative and expressive or to be more pragmatic and logical. And then another supporting detail, some people are gifted in music, dance, art, and literature. Others are talented in science, technology, engineering, and math. My last supporting detail, furthermore, some careers require an employee to be skilled in the arts, while some careers require an employee to be skilled in STEM. And let's change that furthermore. I think do I have a furthermore somewhere else? No, I'm good. Okay, so then I go on to my body B, which is my counter argument. I'm only going to have two body paragraphs in this persuasive essay. Okay, so now my A again agrees with my view. So in the counter argument, you have my view, opponent's view, why they believe it, and why they are wrong. My view says there is no reason why adding STEM programs should negate arts programs, should take them away. Okay, now we can have a sentence starter for B. Opponents may say. So what I did here is I went back up to the other perspective, perspective 2, to steal this supporting detail. Opponents may say that, and I say ELA programs should be eradicated entirely. So that comes from right here. My next sentence comes from right here. So I'm not even thinking of my own ideas, I'm pulling them from the opposite perspective. And so here it would say they believe this because they think reading and writing are activities that are best saved for the leisure of students who enjoy them. And then they are wrong because we need all types of people and all types of jobs to make the world go round. Now we have the conclusion, and we're going to go back to our introduction to make it mirror each other. So all we're going to do is we're going to take in the conclusion, it's refer to the lead, restate the thesis, and challenge to the reader. So we are going to say remember and then do our lead again. Remember, sources say many colleges and universities have cut their humanities programs, and high schools have started to shift their attention much more definitively towards STEM and away from ELA. We're going to restate the thesis, so I'm just adding an adverbial conjunction here, or a transition word. Therefore, ELA and STEM programs should always be in equal balance with each other. And I'm doing just the first sentence of the thesis. And then another sentence starter for the last sentence of the essay. Won't you consider? Won't you consider incorporating both ELA and STEM programs into your high school? And your essay is done. So what that does here is if I take away my outline, it looks like a 4-paragraph essay. Oops, I want to add there we go, a 4-paragraph essay. And maybe if I don't make it double spaced, maybe you can see it all at one time. So let's try that. Single spaced, take away the, okay, let me see if this will work. There, now you can see the whole essay. So you can pause it right there to look at the whole essay. I hope that helped. If you have any questions about the test on Friday, please come see me today. Thank you.